My whole life sweating blood, my whole squad in the cut. My dreams got it out the mud.
He's here.
Y'all don't show me love, I think I'm gonna still in God we trust. Wait, still on the ground like I'm Harriet. Haters is various, but I'm relaxed. Walk with the land like I'm married. I'm still a dog, run with the pack. Dirty as some of y'all moving, you still couldn't bury us. Enemy steady nefarious.
It is currently Monday, October 7th. If you don't know, I live in Miami, so we're prepping here for a hurricane. My wife and I are actually flying out to Paris this week. Super exciting, super cool, but it's been kind of stressful because obviously, so our flight leaves Wednesday. The hurricane hits Wednesday. And so we were just a little in trouble, I guess you could say. We're a little stressed out. You know, planes get delayed for less reasons and there's a full-blown hurricane coming. So yeah, that was hard, but I think we got it. We figured it out, thank God. We were able to move our flight a little earlier in the day, and then the storm was supposed to hit later, so I think we're good. Look who's here. You like this? Mm-hmm. The microphone.
The workout was really good, very manly.
Did you see what I said about the dumbbells?
You would love it. Too much testosterone,
yes.
And like, other than that, it's like very Rocky Balboa.
How about that hurricane and our flight plans?
Darn Hurricane Milton needs to skedaddle away.
Oh, New York Times recently posted a new thread. Tracking Hurricane Milton.
We need to be in Paris because I have a wedding to shoot.
Hmm.
And I can't miss it. Like, imagine you book a photographer and then they never show up because of a hurricane.
Yeah.
And now you don't have photography. Like, that's unacceptable. It's not gonna happen. We're going.
We're going. We might have to swim across, but we're going. Weekend was fairly uneventful, but weekday was very eventful. I spent the weekend actually planning and just creating a content calendar for my social medias. Because, you know, we talk about creating content calendars for your clients and all that. Can you believe I didn't have one for my agency and for my personal page? I wanted to be a lot more proactive because, again, when you're building an agency, especially like I said, that I'm using Instagram as the main, you know, vehicle for growth, I just needed to conceptualize some content plans for the page. I spent Saturday recording 30 Instagram reels, batch recording 30 Instagram reels. Educational ones, things that I think will perform well and convert well. I'm specifically talking about making reels. And then in the bottom, there's a call to action there. Basically tells people, you know, are you too busy running your business to make your own reels? Well, we got you. And so that's the concept, is creating these educational videos on the topic of creating videos for businesses and just trying to give value first, really. The purpose is for any business owner to want to follow the account because they see that I'm actually giving valuable information. And it's cool. I've seen a couple of potential clients that haven't closed yet like the video, and so clearly it's working. And now we just got to be consistent with it so we can actually grow that audience that I'm trying to grow, which is, you know, some creatives, right? Like you guys, that's really what this platform is for. But I want the Instagram to be like business owners who want to buy it, right? That's the whole purpose. So I did that. I spent a whole bunch of time actually creating a content calendar Notion, which I'm going to share with you guys right now. So if you look at my social media calendar here, you'll see that I have my Trinity Tags account and then my Andres R Tags account, which if you're not following either of them, you should go follow them. But I wanted to make sure that I'm posting at least 2 value reels a week. But then the other type of content I want to post on my agency page is just portfolio work, something where I'm showing off the actual work itself, you know what I mean? With this plan, I don't know, I'm fairly confident we'll get something, we'll get some traction. I spent a lot, like most of my day Saturday recording those videos, planning out what I'm calling my repeatables, things that I can do over and over again, places to be consistent in, because I don't know about you guys, maybe this is a learning moment for you, it has been for me, but I kind of chose to wing my agency page. I was relying on word of mouth referrals a lot. I was relying on, what's up, baby? I gotta go pick up baby formula and I'm gonna take y'all with me. But yeah, I thought it would be cool to use this time in this video to just kind of share some stuff that's been on my heart, really. We're about to go to Paris, and so that'll be a really cool like POV aesthetic vlog. But for this video, I just kind of wanted to talk a little heart to heart, a little vulnerable. But yeah, let's go do the thing.
Heaven's door fly open. Can you be waiting for me? Waiting for me. When I see heaven's door fly open, can you be waiting for me? Waiting for me. You probably wouldn't have liked this song, or the fact that I rap it, but you would've loved the heart in this if you caught the passion.
So I've been doing a lot of reflecting recently, especially over the weekend. You know, I think we all get so, especially if you're watching this content, you know, we get so caught up in the dream of it, you know, just the glory of it all, that we forget, you know, the responsibility of it, the hard knock truths that come with trying to build something from scratch, and especially when you're doing it alone, when you don't have a team that you can like rely on, when you're trying to build that up from the bottom up. I think it's super easy to, I don't know, let the adrenaline kick in, almost like the excitement of it lead you to make decisions. And one of the reflection points I've been really thinking of is being less emotional about business, being less emotional about my future, the things I want to achieve, and treating it more logistical. I'm a super emotional guy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm happy that I am. I know my wife loves that about me. You know, I'm in touch with my emotions, but I definitely allow it to dictate how I run my business, you know, my motivation during the day, how I operate, you know. And so what that means is that I'm allowing my emotions to dictate how I work, you know. And I had this really real moment over the weekend, right, where I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, am I operating at the highest level that I can be? Or am I simply just riding these waves of adrenaline, riding these waves of excitement that I'll get once a week to just go crazy? And that's a real conversation that I think we all have to have with ourselves. If you are on the journey of building something, whether it's a creative agency, whether you're just building a business, you know, do you need to feel motivated, or do you need to lean on your emotions to do well? You know, I just realized, like, my most effective days are the days where I'm like, I see a super hype motivational video in the morning, or, you know, when I really need to do something, when I actually absolutely need to, when the bank account is low, you know. It's not like this ongoing machine. I don't treat myself like a well-oiled ongoing machine. And you know, the thing about business, this is the solution, the reflection point that I came to, was the thing about business is that, and honestly, like anything in life, I think just growing personally, it's like this. If you want to act like a machine, if you want to build a business, build a machine, make more money than the average person, if you want to grow and become the best version of yourself, you can't lean on your emotions, you know. And the only way to stop leaning on your emotions is to set up these systems and structures in your life, in your business, in the way that you manage time, in the way that you spend your money, so that you are simply just existing and doing at your highest level. And so, you know, I mentioned earlier in the video that I spent a lot of time planning. I spent a lot of time just trying to put everything I'm trying to do on paper and write it all out. And I know this seems like a common sense thing to do, and I promise I've done this 12 times, you know. Like, there's been high level conversations, there's been high level whiteboard sessions, there's been high level things, but not like on a day-to-day, week-to-week, what do I need to repeat consistently over and over again to get to where I want to be, right? Like I said, I was spending time planning videos, planning content for my agency, right? What do I need to do? What do I need to put in place? What system do I need to solidify? What structure do I need to create in order for me to not only create content when I feel like creating content, to not only post a cool post when I realize I haven't posted in a week, to not only go ham with outreach when I need to pay a bill? You know, like, what are these things? What can I do to do that? I think the internet needs a little more authenticity, and so, you know, I'll be the volunteer. But this all came from a place of, like, honestly, like, shame, of like, you know, I had looked back, you know, I'm a hard worker, But I just came to the realization that I'm only a hard worker when I'm in the mood to be a hard worker. And I don't think that's the definition of a hard worker. I think a hard worker is somebody who works hard no matter what, who that's a part of their life, that's a priority. You know what I mean? It's not just something that they do because they think it's fun or it's cool. It's a part of their personality. And so I was having these thoughts to myself of like, I'm not that right now. At this current moment, I'm not a hard worker, you know? I'm not working as hard as I can. I'm not prioritizing what needs to be prioritized. You know, just taking that time to simply plan out exactly what I need to do. You know, plan like, okay, Mondays are gonna be the days that I sit down and I edit and I put together all this content. You know, Tuesdays are gonna be the day where I reach out. You know, Wednesdays are gonna be the days where, you know, planning it all out and putting it on a Notion, on paper, which I wrote it down as well, so that it becomes a real thing that I really do lean on. I don't know who said this quote, but you know, I see it all the time, and it was something to the effect of, you don't naturally rise to the level of your dreams and goals. You fall to the level of your habits. You fall to the level of how you operate on the daily. And you know, realistically, that's how I've been feeling, of like, man, I'm not doing this that I know I should be doing. Let's have that hard conversation with ourselves, you know, of like, man, am I letting my ego and emotions drive me? Or am I living through something more sustainable? Which is, again, just as simple as planning and writing stuff down. And like I said, just being that better version of yourself. But yeah, man, you know, these are these thoughts, right? These are these moments where you look back. I think reflection in and of itself, if you don't naturally like decide to look back and tweak and adjust, which is why, you know, when I feel like condemned by myself and I feel ashamed of like, man, I didn't work as hard as I could have this week, there's a part of me that's also like proud of myself for acknowledging the fact and being able to acknowledge the fact that, you know, I'm lacking, or that I'm slacking, or that I'm not doing what I should be doing, and then being able to, you know, adjust that. I think that in and of itself, just that alone, is the reason I've reached any sort of success in my life, I believe. You know, I think I'm talented, and I think God has given me gifts, but He's given a lot of people talent and gifts. And if I reflect, I think that is the difference maker, man. It's, are you able to be honest with yourself? I'll ask you that right now, you know, as I'm coming to this charger. Do you have the ability to reflect and adjust?
Wait, sitting on the ground like I'm Harriet. Haters is various, but I'm
Are the Tesla chargers in here? No, pero estoy buscando el cargador de Tesla que encontré aquí.
Ah, no, no hay.
¿No hay?
No, aquí no hay. Ya varias personas han venido y aquí no hay. Sale que en el área hay uno, pero yo no sé decirte dónde hay.
¿Y no es aquí? ¿No es en este?
No, aquí no es, mi hermano, aquí no es.
Ok, dale.
Camina para allá, a ver si para allá, para aquellos hoteles, ahí, no sé.
Puede ser, ¿no? Ok, dale.
Bueno, amigo.
Gracias, hermano. It's gotta be somewhere over here. Thing is, I only got 20 miles in this mug, and if I don't find a charger, I'm screwed. The beauty of Teslas. But here they are.
relax. Walk with the land like I'm married. I'm still a dog, run with the pack. Dirty as some of y'all moving, you still couldn't bury us. Put it on wax. Enemy said he nefarious. We in your area, where is you at? I'm doing all that I can. I don't got too many friends. I got too good at pretend.